Right. So, story time. When I was a kid, when I was little, I shouldn't say little, when I was first starting out in the gym, I did not understand recovery at all. I thought if you just went literally as hard as you possibly could in the gym and you just pushed yourself as hard as you possibly could, you would make gains. I didn't understand sleep played a factor into it. I didn't understand protein. I didn't understand water. I didn't understand rest days. I just thought, if you go to the gym, hey, you're gonna make gains no matter what. And that is true. When you're first starting out in the gym, you will make gains with no matter what you're doing. If you're just showing up in the gym, you're gonna make gains. But it's gonna get to a point where showing up isn't enough anymore. Like, if you are like 3 months into the gym, okay, showing up is not. It's still good, obviously. You need to show up to the gym, but it's not gonna be the deciding factor. You need to be more conscious about what you're doing in the gym, and especially what you're doing outside of the gym. And I didn't understand that. Like I said, I thought, the gym is the gym. That's how you make gains, and you can do whatever else you want. I didn't understand that you kind of have to structure your life around the gym. Like, the gym is the main focus, and bodybuilding is the main focus, and everything else kind of has to fit into that. And I didn't understand recovery. Nobody taught me recovery, so I want to teach you recovery. So this is how to recover from the gym to maximize gains. Okay, so you did a workout, you worked out hard, you did your thing. Right, great. You had a great workout, you pushed yourself. Oh, let me backtrack. You need to push yourself in the gym in order for this to work. You need to go to failure on every single set in order for this to work. You have to, you should be making like weird faces in the gym, your face should be all scrunched up in mid-set when you're doing that. Like, you should be making faces in the gym, and you should be grunting in the gym. That's how you know you're pulling some solid weight. If you're not doing that, then this is almost completely useless. So you have to be locked in with your workouts. Okay, we're locked in with our workouts. So that's step 0, is you locked in with your workouts. You crushed it. Awesome. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go home and we are gonna go get some protein. So what I like to do is I like to get a protein shake, and I like to get a protein meal as well. So protein right after you get home from the gym. Why? Why do we do this? Well, because protein is what helps muscles recover. It allows you to build muscle, and your body needs that to, after you tore your muscle fibers are all shredded, they're all tore up. You need to have protein to recover, and you give your body protein. So your body creates protein naturally, but you need a lot more in order to have your muscles maximize, have recovery maximized. Now, after you have your protein shake and your body is filled with protein, make sure that the food has a solid amount of protein. I would recommend my smoothies usually have about 45 grams of protein in them. I usually do a protein powder, I do a yogurt, and I do milk. And that usually results in, pretty good amount of protein directly into the muscle after lifting. Great, perfect. Another great thing is water. You need to get water to keep yourself hydrated after the workout. Because if you're dehydrated, then your muscles are going to look deflated, and they're not going to have the nutrients that they need. Water also helps your muscles grow. It gives your muscles that full feeling, and it allows you to, first of all, it allows you to push harder in the gym because your muscles are fatigued without water. And we don't want that. So in the gym, you need water. After the gym, you need water, and what's even better is electrolytes. If you have I don't have electrolytes, but if you have electrolytes and you can gain back some of the nutrients that you lost in sweat, perfect. If you have like an electrolyte packet, just like dump it in your water. Perfect. Okay. We did our protein. We did our water. Now, what do we need? We need sleep. Sleep is incredibly important. We need to have sleep, and we need to rest and recover. Why do we need that? Well, because sleep allows your muscles to repair themselves. Actually, it's the time of day that your body repairs itself and your body corrects itself. If after your muscles are torn, that's the time where your muscles are recovering the most. Your muscles recover during the day as well, but when you're sleeping, your whole body's in recovery mode and doing that. So you need enough sleep in order for your body to be able to do that. I would recommend falling in the window that everyone talks about, the 7 to 9 hour rep range. Sorry, not rep range. Hour range, right? And this isn't be in bed for 7 to 9 hours. You need to be asleep for 7 to 9 hours. So I would recommend going, depending on who you are. If it takes you a while, you obviously you know yourself better than I do. But if it takes a while for you to fall asleep, then get into bed early so you can get that adequate recovery time. For me, I can go to sleep in about 15 minutes. So if I'm getting 7 hours of sleep, I will be in bed for about 7 hours and 20 minutes, 7 hours and 15 minutes, just so I can fall asleep. And once I'm asleep, like I'm knocked out, I stay asleep, which is awesome, which is great. I know a lot of people are not like that. A lot of people have difficult time sleeping. They have hard sleep schedules. They kind of get up in the night and they like lay in bed for a little bit and then they fall back to sleep. If that's you, then you need to go to sleep, probably be in bed for about 10 hours. So you know yourself better than I do, but also do not cheat on your sleep schedule, because you need it. You need sleep in order to maximize gains. Okay, protein, water, sleep, and the big one, we need a full day of recovery. Wherever you want to put that in your split, I would recommend I do the push-pull leg split. So I'm on for 3 days and I take a day off. That works for me. I felt I built a lot of muscle that way. If you feel you need more rest days, by all means, take them. Because when I was younger, I didn't understand rest days either. I just thought, if I work out as hard as I can every single day, then everything will be fine. What's recovery? I don't know what recovery is. And I think I heard an influencer say that once. He said like, I only take rest days on whenever I feel like it. Whenever I need a rest day or whatever. And I listened to that. And I think I regressed. Not progressed, I regressed. I went backwards. Which, that's not good. You don't want to regress in the gym. That's not fun. So I was so confused and I didn't understand what I was doing wrong. So I kind of revamped my workout routine and workout plans and whatever. And I was like, okay, let me try and take a rest day. I started taking rest days, and I started making progress. I was like, okay, I see what we're doing here. So, just like, you know how some people skip legs, it's like a meme, right? Don't skip your rest days, ever. Never skip a rest day. They're incredibly important, and they maximize your gains, and you can also get a lot of eating and sleep done out of it. So, just to recap one final time: protein right after you get home from the gym, water after the protein, electrolytes if you can to replace the nutrients lost, sleep because that's your body's recovery time and you need that to build muscle, and take rest days seriously. That's just even more recovery on top of sleep. Listen, you got this. It's going to be great. Best of luck to you on your bodybuilding journey.